Greetings, everyone. I'm Medea Allen, owner and operator of Organic Soul Chef. Welcome to my very first blog video. I will now be sharing not only articles as I have in the past, but also video posts. So I'm going to take this opportunity to share about my upcoming beginner Kundalini Yoga series starting this Saturday, February 2nd, and it runs to March 23rd. It's the Essential How-Tos of Kundalini Yoga, an 8-week series for beginners. The class will be 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at my private wellness studio in Capitol Heights, Maryland. You can register for the series right here on this blog post or on my website at organicsoulchef.com/calendar. And just go right to February 2nd and you will see where you can register. So I'm going to share a bit about my journey to Kundalini Yoga. I'm not one of these seasoned yoga practitioners that have been taking yoga for 50 whatever years. No, it's not me. I heard about Kundalini Yoga from a dear friend in Rhode Island at the beginning of 2017, around January 2017. And she shared that she was really just feeling amazing after each class. So that prompted me to look for classes right here in DC. Funny enough, I couldn't find many Kundalini classes. Only a handful of studios taught Kundalini yoga classes. Plenty of Hatha and Vinyasa, but not very many Kundalini. But as I was doing a search, I realized, the one studio that seemed pretty popular, I was already on their mailing list. That was Lighthouse Yoga Studio. And I was really intrigued by what I was learning about Kundalini Yoga. And I had this deep knowing inside that, I'm going to teach Kundalini Yoga. And it made no sense because I had never even taken a Kundalini Yoga class. But I was pretty clear that I'm going to teach this yoga. So I got a first-time student class pass and took as many classes as I could at Lighthouse. And it felt pretty amazing after my first class. I remember feeling more at home in my body, more present, more clear, just fully oxygenated. Like all my senses just seemed heightened after that first class. I could breathe easier. I just felt more aligned. So it was very clear to me, okay, this will be a regular part of my self-care. I'd like to walk my talk of self-care. So doing this yoga definitely helped me to be taking care of myself. So at the time when I was starting to take classes, the yoga studio was promoting the yoga teacher training for 2017. And it sounded really amazing. And like I said, I knew that I was going to be teaching it, but I couldn't afford it at the time. But I didn't feel discouraged because there was a piece in me, a place in me that, I'm going to be teaching this. So no worries. If not now, soon. So I noticed that as I started to make Kundalini Yoga a regular part of my practice, I could feel that my manifestation skills were strengthening. In the practice, in the parts of the classes where we just were allowed to relax, is when I would start to get a lot of messages and visions and hunches and just things that I knew that I'm supposed to be doing for my path, the next step to take in my business and how to go about a situation differently. I was very linked up to the greater awareness, when I would do these classes. So I was able to manifest some awesome things like creating my first wellness retreat that came straight from, seeing that vision very clearly and getting that download right in yoga class. And it also just helped me to really start to put into practice how I would manifest for that teacher training that following year. So long story short, in 2018, I did enroll in the 9-month Aquarian teacher training, which is the Kundalini Yoga teacher training by the Kundalini Research Institute, and that was hosted at Lighthouse. It was a rigorous training. It was an intense training, a challenging training, and I am so grateful that I did it. I just knew that I wanted to carve out that time for myself to get strengthened in this practice, to really develop a home practice, and to eventually add it on to my offerings at Organic Soul Chef. So I finished the training in November of 2018, and I'm now a certified KRI Kundalini Yoga instructor. So it was just a really awesome process. I'm so grateful to have that experience under my belt, as I feel like the skills that I learned in Kundalini Yoga are certainly helping me in my life now that I'm a doctoral student of Oriental medicine. Lots to keep up with, and that's one thing in Kundalini Yoga, the ability to keep up. Yogi Bhajan would always share that if you keep up, you will be kept up. And a lot of my teachers will be sharing that in the Kundalini Yoga classes. So Kundalini Yoga, it's a yoga of awareness. Yogi Bhajan, he brought Kundalini Yoga to the West in the late 60s, and he was actually asked to share the results or the benefits of Kundalini Yoga. So I'm going to share a quote by Yogi Bhajan. He says, "What does Kundalini Yoga do for you? Yoga works to unite you. It gives you energy so that you can be transformed. To bring you from unawareness to awareness is the purpose of Kundalini Yoga. Yoga does nothing more and nothing less." So I love that line of yoga works to unite you. When you do Kundalini Yoga, you are touching the many different aspects of your being. So you are being united with you and the different aspects or different dimensions of which you exist. We're not only physical bodies, we also are emotional bodies. We have mental bodies and spiritual bodies. So when you do this practice, which is actually taught in Kriyas, and a Kriya is basically, it's a series of postures. It's a series of breath exercises as well as mantra to create a specific result. So when you're doing this yoga of physical, spiritual and mental work, you are uniting with yourself. You're uniting with the bigger you, the soul of you. And so it's really awesome. When people would ask me, what is Kundalini Yoga? I would just simply say, I feel like it's the true yoga. It's true mind, body, spirit, because we're not just doing the physical stuff, but we're connecting with that healing sound current through mantra. We're connecting to balance our mental through the meditation, balancing our emotions through meditation as well. So it's really full practice, and I align with it so perfectly because I'm always teaching about, aligning with the multidimensional aspects of who you are, how all those things need to be working together to create balance and wholeness and wellness. So I'm really excited to now be offering the Kundalini Yoga out of my wellness space. I feel like manifesting this home was a direct result of the excellent technologies and techniques that I honed and learned in Kundalini Yoga. It certainly will allow you to align more with the frequency of abundance and get into your larger self, your whole self that doesn't ever operate out of a place of lack. So I invite you to come check this yoga out. I designed this beginner series to help people to successfully start a Kundalini yoga practice and to maintain one. So you're going to come and get the skills that will serve you in being successful. So you're going to learn how to meditate. You're going to learn how to awaken to your multidimensional self. You're going to learn how to relax. That's an important part of the practice. Actually, at the end of every class, there's an important relaxation period. You're going to learn how to stay committed to the practice when it gets really intense. You're just going to learn how to breathe, how to get into important postures, and hopefully learn something that's going to help you to up level in your life. Use this to become more centered, more balanced, feeling more at home in your body, and helping you to care for yourself. So all are welcome. Those who are new, intermediate, advanced, you're welcome here. Every class is a new class, and no matter how long you've been taking this yoga. So again, you can register right here on this blog post, and also online at organicsoulchef.com/calendar. I enjoy teaching. When you come into a class with me, you immediately will feel at home. You'll feel my compassion. You'll feel my commitment to holding sacred space. I'm an uplifting teacher, engaging teacher, and I hold you accountable for coming and giving it your all. And I'm patient. So I really hope that you can come check it out. And I'm going to end with Satnam, which means I know myself in truth.